Hey guys, shadetree surgeon here, and I hate coming at y'all like this again. I feel like my channel has had just one depressing video after another on it, and trust me, like, nobody hates it more than I do. This is not the type of content I want to bring you guys. I derive zero pleasure in being the bearer of bad news, but here we are again. Someone that we love dearly has suffered a tragedy of colossal magnitude, and I'm asking for your help. If you've been watching the Shadetree Surgeon channel for any length of time, you might remember our good friend Ken Dean. Over the years, Ken's been on a bunch of different videos, but most notably, he drew the winning entry for the Wall to Corn fan art contest, and he tattooed it on me. With Jess.
His name.
And we brought the source material, and of course, Ken Dean is doing the tattoo, and the winner is Ken's tattoo! I also have Ken Dean's 1979 KZ-1000 in my garage. It's actually sitting behind me right now, and I made a video about why that's in here too, but a little bit more on the KZ later. So Ken Dean recently moved from here in Tampa to Seattle with his two dogs. We were all really sad to see him go, but he was having a pretty rough time of it in Florida. So as sad as everybody was to not have Ken living near us anymore, ultimately it brought us a lot of joy to see Ken Dean finally winning. I'm not going to tell his story because it's his to tell. You'll just have to take my word for it when I say if anyone on this planet deserved to catch a break, it's Ken Dean. He's an absolutely beautiful human being who has had no end of ugly things happen to him, which is why it has left me utterly heartbroken when I learned what just happened to Ken. As of 3 days ago from when I'll publish this video, Ken Dean's new house in Seattle burned down. He lost absolutely everything in that fire, including his two dogs, Barry and Tanaka. I'll tell you this, when I say that Ken Dean loved those two dogs more than anything else in the world, that is the understatement of the year. Anyone who knows Ken knows that Barry and Tanaka weren't just the most important things in the world to Ken. They were his whole world. I can only imagine, I don't even want to imagine the devastation and the grief that he must be suffering after losing them in such a horrific way. It is a nightmare come to life, and I wouldn't wish it on my worst enemy. Ken has been left with absolutely nothing but the clothes on his back. And to make matters worse, if they could be worse, he was recently the victim of identity theft on top of all of this. So when I say all he's got is the clothes on his back, that's literally all he's got. They cleared him out. So I'm standing in front of this camera talking to you guys once again, and I'm asking for your help. We have a lot of good times and we got a lot of laughs on this channel, but we share the bad right along with the good. This is not the first time I've asked you guys to come together and help somebody in need, and unfortunately, it probably won't be the last time either. If you look in the description below this video, you'll find the link to a GoFundMe that's been set up for Ken Dean. Anything helps, even if it's just a few bucks. It's a huge deal. And the caveat that I always give when I ask you guys to come together and help someone out, if you can't afford to donate, don't. I know it's already hard enough for Ken to accept any help at all. It would absolutely kill him if somebody was stretching themselves thin to help him out. So if you can't afford to donate to Ken's GoFundMe, please don't do it. There are other ways you can help. So please, only donate if you can absolutely afford to. And like I said, if you still want to help but you can't afford to donate, all you got to do is share this video and help get the word out. That doesn't cost a dime, and it helps way more than you think. I'll also be donating 100% of the ad revenue generated from this video. So if you're still watching this, know that on the end of it, I'm probably going to tack on a few extra ads in order to maximize the amount of money that it makes. You certainly don't have to watch till the end. All you got to do is just turn the sound off and let the video finish playing in a separate window. Whether you donate money to the GoFundMe, or whether you share this video, or whether you just watch it all the way to the end to help generate some ad revenue, know that, man, I appreciate it literally more than I know how to put into words. I wish I could put it into words how much this means to me. I'll just say it like this. You're helping out a good man who really needs it right now. And just so we can end this video on a slightly positive note, let's talk about Ken Dean's KZ1000 for a second. If you guys remember from the video, Jason and I picked up that KZ1000 from Ken before he left from Seattle because he had no way to take it with him. He actually offered to sell it to me for next to nothing, but it just didn't feel right to me. It felt too much like taking advantage of a friend who was in a tight spot, and that ain't me. So Jason and I took the bike, we brought it to my house, and we told Ken, hey, we're going to fix everything that's wrong with the bike, and then we'll ship it back up to you in Seattle. That just felt like the right thing to do. I didn't want to see Ken separated from his bike because he absolutely loves that thing. He's dumped a lot of money into it over the years, and I just want to see that dude back on a motorcycle. Well, you haven't seen another video on it because turns out there was way more wrong with the bike than we initially expected. Go figure. And to be totally honest, I just don't have that much room in my very small one-car garage to tackle a project that big right now. But luckily, Jason just bought a house down the street from us, and the KZ1000 is moving over to his much bigger garage where we'll have plenty of room to work on it. So here's the plan. We're going to get that KZ1000 back into fighting shape, and then we're going to fly Ken back to Tampa, and then me, Jason, hopefully Boba Fett, Nomad Josh, and Ken, we're all going to ride all the way across the United States from Tampa to Seattle with Ken on that bike. I tell you, even with all this shit going on, that's something I'm really looking forward to doing. It's certainly not going to happen tomorrow, it's not going to happen next week or even next month, but it is going to happen. So I know this is a pretty depressing video, and I've had quite a few of those lately, but know this, there's always a light at the end of the tunnel. No matter how bad shit gets, we've always got to keep striving to make things better, to keep looking forward, both for ourselves and for the people that we love. Guys, thanks for everything. We'll talk to you soon. All right, here at Ybor City Tattoo Company with Jess,
his name.
and we brought the source material, and of course, Ken Dean is doing the tattoo, and the winner is Ken's Tattoo! Alright, I know you guys might be crying foul because I picked my friend who lives here locally who drew the tattoo to do it, but I approve. Waldo approves, we all voted on it. Ken's a tattoo. He fucking made the most metal tattoo, and that's what speaks to me. Ken just said it's strange seeing everybody sober, but we gotta... Waldo ain't exactly sober.
I'm halfway there.
What time is it?
2 o'clock. He started, what, 30 minutes ago, and you're already like...
I might have lied about the time
How many
frame.
beers did you actually have at Elmer's?
I might have lied about the time frame.
3.
Might have been 3 beers and 2 shots.
Was that what it is? Grab some beer and bring it back.
No, I was saying I'm sober.
Oh, Ken's sober.
I'm actually sober right now.
Rachel might come up a little later.
You're a hairy like animal.
Josh, you know it
He left today, so
I saw
wow, you shave up nice.
It's magical.
Yes.
It's perfect.
so much yes.
Oh my god, it's breathtaking.
We're gonna let that dry for about 10 minutes. Alright.
I didn't even notice the little pair of underwear. Aww. It's cute. You wearing the underwear was not cute, but that's
No, it was fun. I look goddamn sexy.
You upset Jason's grandma.